Hello guys, welcome back to my another After Effects tutorial. In this After Effects tutorial, we are going to create this. Here you can see, I have already imported the image file, which we will be using in this real product promo. So let's start with creating a new composition. Here I will name this composition as Real Promo. For Instagram, here we will set width to 1080, height to 1920, time duration to 5 seconds. Perfect. Here we will create a solid layer, so select the rectangle tool, make sure fill option is set to solid color. Stroke is set to none. Now double click on the rectangle tool, this will create shape layer of composition size. For this shape layer, press S to bring up scale. At 1 second, we will create keyframe for scale. Now unlink the scale. At start of the timeline, change scale value for y-axis to 0%. You can see the preview. Select created keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Now adjust the speed graph as shown. Perfect. Now for shape layer, in effects and preset, search for transform. Add it to the shape layer. In transform, change skew value to -20. You can see the preview. Here we need to increase the scale value, to hide the black area. Slightly increase the scale value. Perfect. Now for shape layer, let's search for fill. Add it to shape layer. Here I am going to set fill color to white. Perfect. Now let's create duplicate of this shape layer, press Ctrl+D to create duplicate. For shape layer 2, we will remove the fill option. Now search for gradient ramp. Add it to shape layer 2. Here I will change the start and end color. Change ramp shape to radial ramp. Set ramp scatter value to 200. Now let's position shape layer 2 at 10 frames. You can see the preview. Perfect. Now let's create duplicate of shape layer 1. Place shape layer 3, above shape layer 2. We will position shape layer 3 at 20 frames. For shape layer 3, press S to bring up scales. For end keyframe, we will reduce the scale value. Set it to 60%. You can see the preview. This white space we will use it to display our products. Now let's add the product image to timeline. Here I will scale my image file. Let's recompose the product image. Here I will name it as product. Perfect. Now for product composition, press S to bring up scale. At start, create keyframe for scale. Now at 1 second, change scale value to 130%. At 2 seconds, change scale to 100%. Now select created keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Adjust the speed graph as shown. Let's view it as solo layer. Perfect. For product composition, search for camera lens blur, add it to product composition. Add 1 second. Create keyframe for blur radius, set blur radius to 15. At 2 second, change blur radius to 0. Press U to view created keyframes, select keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Now adjust the speed graph as shown. Perfect. Now let's position the product composition at distance of 23 frames. Now we will create duplicate of shape layer 3. Place it above product composition. Position at 23 frames. Now for product composition. Change track matte to alpha matte shape layer 4. You can see the preview. Perfect. Here if you want you can adjust the position of product. Here our product part is done. Now let's move to text animation part. Here we will create separate compositions for text layers, and then we will add them to this composition. Press Ctrl+N to create a new composition. Here I will name this composition as main title. For this composition, we will set width to 1000. Height to 400 pixels. Perfect. Now let's add the text. Here you can add your sale name, like an offer. Here I am using Montserrat font family. Here you can set font style of your choice. Here I will set font style to semi-bold. Now let's animate the text layer. In Animate, select Tracking. In Range select a 1, at start of the timeline, create keyframe for offset. At 2 seconds, change offset value to 100. Now select created keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Adjust the speed graph as shown. Now for animator 1, let's add property, position. Let's change position value for x-axis to 140. Let's add property, rotation. Set rotation to 30 degrees. Now let's add property, opacity. Set opacity to 0%. You can see the preview. In advance, change based on to words. Set tracking amount to -15. Perfect. Now let's create duplicate of this layer. Press Ctrl+D to create duplicate. Position it below main text. Here I will change the subtext. Here I will adjust the font size. For this subtext layer, I will set font style to medium italic. For text layer, in Animator 1, In advance, change based on to character. Here we will change the position value. Position X to 0. Position Y to 150. Perfect. Now let's add property, scale. Set scale to 0%. You can see the preview. Perfect. Let's place it at 10 frames. Perfect, here our title part is created. Now let's create description part. Create a new composition, here I will name it as description. Here you need to add the description of your product. Here I will add the sample text, which I have already copied. Reduce the font size. Here I will set paragraph alignment to center. Now let's animate this text layer. In Animate, add tracking. In Range Selector 1. At start of the timeline, create keyframe for offset, at 2 seconds. Change offset to 100%. Select created keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Adjust the speed graph as shown. For Animator 1, let's add property, position. Set position value for y-axis to 50. Let's add property, opacity, set opacity to 0%. In advance, change based on to line. You can see the preview. Now let's add this both composition to real promo composition, one by one. Add the main title composition to timeline. Place this composition at 2 seconds. Let's adjust the position of the text composition. Perfect. Now let's add the description. Place it after the main title composition. Place description in empty space. Here you can increase the scale value for text layer or you can increase the scale value for description composition. Perfect. Now let's see the preview. Here our Instagram reel or story product promo is created. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, then make sure to like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you.